Hello, my beautiful friends. It is that time of the month. Not that time. It's unboxing time. You probably already knew that because you read the title and you're here, so. All right, so we're getting a twofer. Well, I mean, I guess that's for twofer. We're doing our normal Tamed Wild, and I haven't been keeping up with this. There was a delay in last month's, and later there was like an issue. But I did get this month's full moon kit from Hearth Wisdom Store. So they have a subscription. It's specifically a full moon box, and it has full moon information as well as like things that you would need for a ritual. It doesn't give a specific ritual like the Tamed Wild boxes do, but it does have like supplies that you could use for a full moon, specifically for the full moon. And then there are usually like grimoire pages that you could either add to your grimoire or, you know, just for reference or keep. They're usually on like a really cool like parchment-y kind of thick paper, but also our Tamed Wild box. So I can't decide which one to do first. Let's start with Tamed Wild. I know what Tamed Wild is because they do send an email explaining what's going to be in the box, and I started actually reading those. I like being surprised, but sometimes I'll see in the subject line and I'm like, oh, I want to know what's in the box. So I kind of have an idea. And the cool thing is Monday's video was about scrying with crystal skulls, and the Tamed Wild box is about scrying. So how I don't believe in coincidences, but how coincidental is that? Perhaps I'm a little intuitive. But I want to point out that there's no correlation, because when I do the Metaphysical Monday videos, I plan them the month before. So this week we're like in the third week of October, so I'm starting to plan out November's posts, and then in the beginning of the month I film them all. I film all of the Metaphysical Monday videos ahead of time and then schedule the post, like a little insider information, behind the scenes, if you will. So kind of crazy because I actually filmed that in September. So yeah, I mean, I guess I'm intuitive. So the Tamed Wild box comes usually in, normally it's not the USPS. I didn't cover my address, but it does just say, it says Tamed Wild. But if you don't know what that is, then, and you're in the witchy broom closet, nobody's really going to know what it is. You could just tell them it's like tea or something. I don't know. But usually it's in a bag type thing, so you can't see the box, but the box even doesn't tell. So let's cut her open. Enough chatting. Melissa, get to the point. Oh, if you're new to my channel, hi, hello, how are you? I'm so glad you're here. Oh, goodness. Welcome to Uncensored Intuition, where I do witchy subscription unboxings, as well as every Monday I post a video called Metaphysical Monday, where we talk about a metaphysical topic. And a lot of those topics come from you, so feel free to leave your suggestions, and you know, check out the playlist. I have most of my playlists linked in the description box, so you don't have to go to the channel and find them, but you know, you could if you wanted to. Oh, I also do like a tarot reading every week on random subjects. I stopped doing zodiacs because it was just exhausting. All right, so this is the box. Oh, that made a loud noise. Oops. Okay, I hope everything's okay in there. All right, so let's crack her open. And for some reason, it sounds broken. It really does. Oh no. Oh no. Our table. It's broken. Sorry. If you don't know what that means, you're not on TikTok. Okay, so far, not bad. Okay, I don't see anything like crazy broken in here. So, on the top, we have our Book of Spirits. Book of Spirits. Cool, cool, cool. I actually bought, hold on. I actually bought on their website this Book of Spirits, so I don't know if it's the same thing, but well, it's just, okay, so it talks about the different spirits. Let me read a little bit from the opening like description. Ghosts, guides, fairies, angels, archetypes, goddesses, and gods may seem mysterious, but these entities have been around since the beginning for generations. Their names have shown up in children's literature, ghost stories, and nearly forgotten folklore. Before then, they were worshipped by ancient civilizations until their voices silenced and their culture abandoned. So this is basically spirits that you may have heard of from other areas. I'm trying to find one that may be pretty familiar, like a Baba Ragana or Baba. Oh my god, that's a TikToker. Baba Yaga. Archangels, ascended masters, banshees. We've heard of banshees. Let's read a little bit about banshees. Banshees are fairies of death that serve as escorts into the other world. Their arrival is a forewarning of death, but even so, we need not fear these creatures. Despite their heart-stopping keening, banshees do not cause harm. Their duty is to mourn. Although a banshee's presence is rarely welcome, it only arrives before the death of a very important soul, suggesting that the soon-to-be deceased's memory will live on. A banshee commonly manifests as a pale woman veiled in white. It's not a veil, it's a poncho, right? I'm not a banshee, not that I know of. I might have to do some divination on that. But yeah, so there's a ton of different, the crone, Pombagira, Poltergeist, Raphael, Psychopomps, Pomona. I used to live in the city of Pomona in California. Holler if you're from the 909. But Rhiannon, the Rooster of Barcelos. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but yeah, there's a whole bunch of different spirits, which would be fun to do. Maybe I can work out of that and do some spirit contact tarot readings. And I mean, I'd have to do some research. I wouldn't just rely on this for research before trying to work with or contact or anything like that. Just saying. Okay, let's get back into the book. The box. Ooh, how pretty is that? That is gorgeous. So this is talking about scrying. I don't want to like read the ingredients. You know what I mean. Okay, so then here's a step-by-step guide, which I may get into at the end. Let's look in the book. And then this is the tools that are in there. I'm not going to read it, but you can pause to read if you want and see what's in there ahead of time. Or you could just, you know, hang out and watch. Okay, that's what I heard. A key, and it's rusty. Is that like, that's like real rust, I believe. Okay, so it says, spirits of old, spirits of new, may this key unlock a story that is useful, pure, and true. I love that. That's really cool. So, and I'm sure that has to go with the ritual. And then a tea light holder and a tea light. Okay. Cool. Okay. Open. Little bubble wrap. It is a sphere with a sand, so it is crackable. When I read the description, I'll see if this is glass or if it's crackle quartz. Kind of looks like glass to me because it's, I don't know, it just kind of looks like glass to me. But we have that, and it's, you know, it's a decent size. You could totally scry with that. And like I was saying in the scrying video, if you haven't seen that, watch it after you're done here. When there are, did I say that? When there are like cracks and stuff, that kind of helps your mind focus when you're scrying. So the crackle quartz or crackled glass, it's pretty heavy. I'm not sure. We'll read it in the description. It makes it easier for images to come through. So there's that. All right, that is gorgeous. And we have, of course, our tea. It is full moon, the full moon artisan. I'm speaking and not reading properly, apparently. Artisan herbal tea contains black tea, orange peel, cinnamon chips, apple pieces, rose petals, very fall, natural fruit, and spice flavorings. 3 things cannot be hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth, Buddha. So that's the label and the ingredients. And then you can see there's always a little window so we can see the tea inside. Very nice. And this may be the last item. It is. I saw this already and I love it, and you're going to love it too. Where's the opening? Here we go. It's an altar cloth and it is black. Okay, I wasn't sure what the base color was. It is black, velvety. Ooh, right? And that is, I don't know if you can tell in the video with the way my window lights up, but that is metallic. So I probably would not like wash this. If you spill on it, try and just wipe it clean. I don't know if they get wash, temp, do not bleach, cool iron on reverse side. I still wouldn't do any of that. Do not tumble, do not dry clean. So yeah, I would just be careful with it. If you get wax on it, you could just like chip the wax away. That is the altar cloth, which I love. I'm so excited about. All right. So let's go ahead and read a little bit about the ritual and what they say about scrying, because we've talked about that, and I'm curious how our opinions, or not opinions, but our techniques align, or whatever. All right, so this is the ingredients. Let's see about that. Yes, it is glass. It says shattered glass crystal ball. Although crystal balls made from quartz or gemstones are beautiful and carry their own metaphysical and magical properties, using a glass ball or other reflective surface for scrying is just as effective. For this ritual, we'll be practicing clairvoyance through the ancient art of scrying with a crystal ball. For more information on scrying and how to do it, refer to the card labeled Scrying, a step-by-step guide, which is right here. And then we have our altar cloth, tea light and holder, Book of Spirits Volume 2. Okay, so that makes sense. So it's probably different than the one that I purchased. I purchased that other, the taller Book of Spirits, or Spirit Book, whatever. When I got the Runes deck, I bought the Tamed Wild Runes deck. If you're interested in that, I did do a walkthrough, so head over to the channel if you're curious what's in there. It's literally just a deck of cards that have the runes, but it has the pronunciation of the rune, which I feel like is kind of important. And then what each rune means, of course, as well. And then the skeleton keys. In the old world, our ancestors used skeleton keys to communicate with the spirit world. They called it cleidomancy or cleidomancy. Divining with keys is similar to dowsing with a pendulum. The practitioner dangles the skeleton key from a string to the owner of the key. Wait, that doesn't seem right. The practitioner dangles a skeleton key from a string to the owner of the key to interpret answers from the key's movements. I'm not sure grammatically what that meant exactly, but I know what they mean, kind of. We can also incorporate a sacred text into this ritual, combining cleidomancy with bibliomancy, which is divination with books. You like flip to a random page in the book and the message is in there, which is becoming more and more popular. And I'm thinking, because I keep seeing on TikTok the Book of Answers, which seems really possible, and I kind of want to make like a sassy version. Nobody steal my idea, please. But I think I'm gonna make, because now I can do hardcover books, so I think I'm gonna make like a book of like sarcastic answers or something like that. Let me know if you're interested in that. One method involves attaching the key to a string and making a list of questions. We then place the key somewhere inside the book before binding tightly with a ribbon. With the key secure between the pages, we pick up the string attached to the key and let the book hang. One at a time, we ask our questions aloud and note whenever the key shifts or moves. When intuition nudges or when the key slips from the book, we open to the page in question and note the first word or phrase that shows itself. For the first part of the ritual, employ your own version of cleidomancy, bibliomancy, or a combination of both to divine talking points for the evening. So maybe we should do a video doing a key scrying, because that is something I have never done, and I will actually do more research. Like I said, this isn't like the end of my research. If I find something like, and that's my goal as a channel, is to not teach you what you need to know or be a resource. I'm more led to be an inspiration or a muse. If I say something, I want to touch on different subjects in the hopes that I may say something that triggers you as a viewer to go, ooh, that resonates, I should look into that, and do your own research. That's my goal. So like I said, this isn't going to be my end-all be-all for the research. I will do more research, and maybe we'll do a video on key scrying. I am planning for November's Metaphysical Monday, so maybe we can, I'll do a bunch of research and we could talk about that. So let me know in the comments if that's something you're down for. All right. So, and then it talks about the tea. So those are the items in the box contents. I almost said ingredients again. Step by step for scrying. All right. There is no better time to converse with the dead, the departed, and the otherworldly than when the veil is thin. That's why we're doing all of this month. That was my inspiration for the month. The veil is thinnest during equinoxes and solstices and at seasonal crossovers, and each day during the twilight hours of dawn and dusk. But perhaps the most popular time, the most feared, but also the most celebrated, is our beloved Samhain. Samhain is the witch's new year, the third harvest, and the start of winter. On the days and weeks surrounding this Sabbath, the veil that separates our reality from others is hardly visible. This means we can cross the threshold with ease. But keep in mind, we aren't the only ones dipping our hands into the cosmic soup. At Samhain, the ether is busy. However, we can confidently navigate spiritual traffic by adding a layer of protection to any ritual that invites outside energies into our space. Consider carrying a protective talisman, casting a circle in salt, or temporarily hardening the aura so that you're encased with a protective glowing egg. Personally, my preferred method, I just do like a bubble. I create a bubble, but I have, because I've been working with oh my gosh, sigils so much, I'm thinking about doing like just a protected while working, like while doing magical workings sigil to keep, to use as protection during workings. So that's something I'm considering doing. I do lean more toward the chaos magic side of things. It's more of a psychological belief kind of system. It's not even a system. There are no rules. Like the rule is that there are no rules, but kind of. There are not even guidelines. Anyways, if that's triggering light bulbs or something like that, definitely do some research on that. I have a couple books I could recommend if you're interested. With some protective measures in place, we can now set up our altar for guests. Be sure to note a spirit's preferences and dislikes. So you want to know... This is talking about scrying and talking to others, like specifically. So when I was discussing scrying, I was discussing more of a asking questions kind of thing, like just a general divination. This is being geared more towards like connecting with a specific spirit or deity. So this is a little bit different. As you align your energy to the intention display, the altar cloth, light some candles, waft incense, I just bit my cheek, incense throughout the room, and adorn yourself with your favorite jewelry. Choose an outfit that helps you embody the powerful witch that you are. Even if we already have a list of questions to ask our guest or guests, let's see what spirit would like to discuss. We do this by selecting a sacred book or another text that we hold dear, be it fiction, nonfiction, biography, comic, fantasy, something in between, and trying our hand at bibliomancy and cleidomancy. In addition to the book, we'll need the skeleton key. On one side of the key's hang tag, there is a written invitation. Use the backside to write your guest's name. If you can choose a specific entity, person, or group of spirits, such as ancestors. What have we been talking about all month? All right, so with your eyes closed and the key in hand, and the book resting in your lap, speak aloud the 4-line spell or something similar. Chant the words several times while you caress the book's cover and flip through the pages. Imagine the key as an extension of your body. Does any part of the book feel hot or cold? At any time, does the key drag instead of move smoothly across the page? When intuition nudges, open your eyes and read the first word or phrase upon which the key rests. Don't worry if it feels odd or unrelated to the goal. Let's see what happens when we use this message to initiate conversation and set the tone for tonight's meeting. With the altar set, protective bubble in place. Hey, they said bubble. That's what I do. Oh, I forgot to turn my sound off. And the message noted, set the crystal ball in the center of the altar. Position the sphere so that there is some form of light reflecting off of the surface, be it from a candle, the moon, or a sliver of the sun setting or setting sun. I don't know if I mentioned this in my scrying video, but it's a lot easier if the light source is behind the crystal ball or the crystal skull or whatever you're scrying into. If the light source is coming from behind it rather than behind you, because you're going to cast your own shadow. I don't know if I mentioned that because I don't remember mentioning that. If you have a preferred method for accessing a trance state, do it now. We talked about that. Whether we call this channeling, meditating, or simply a period of quiet reflection is up to us. What's important is that we turn our attention inward. Take deep rhythmic breaths, relax the body, and gaze indirectly into the crystal ball. Basically what I said in the other video about like doing the eye crossing and then slowly uncrossing them. Welcome the stillness. When pieces of your to-do list arise to distract you from the mission, acknowledge and release them. After some time, you may begin to notice colors, patterns, or strange random images and stories emanating from the ball. Place your attention on these, for this is how spirit speaks. What are they sharing? How does it relate to the message from the book? So this is in combination with bibliomancy and with the key thing, claromancy. Cleidomancy? What did I say? Anyways, so they're combining the scrying with the other things, which I think is really, really cool, because I feel like to get the most clarity in a reading is to use different methods to do it. So I like the way they're setting that up. There's a little bit more information, but basically kind of the similar method that I shared in the Scrying with Crystal Skulls video. Very similar vibes or, you know, instructions. However, they are combining a lot of other things, which I think is super cool. So the Tamed Wild box is $25, I believe, per month, and you can get that month's box all month. It's not like you have to get it the month before and they ship it out on like a certain day of the following month, and if you don't get in by that time period. The October box you can buy, I believe, all October. So if this is a kit that you want to get into, head over there. I'll pop a link. I'm not an affiliate. I don't get anything for it. Or so like I'll pop a link to make it easy for you if you want, but if you'd rather skip around my channel and see the other video or whatever, what have you, then you could just Google Tamed Wild. I believe it's just tamedwild.com. All right, so let's move on to our other box. Now, we're not comparing them. They're kind of two different boxes, but I do have both boxes to unbox with you, so I figured why not do it all in one video. All right, so we're talking about the Hearth Wisdom Store Full Moon October kit, the Hunter's Moon. So this kit was $20. They send it every month. I got it in the beginning of the month and I really should have done this sooner, but I wasn't feeling well, as some of you may have noticed in the tarot readings. They are in Texas. I'm not sure what part. They carry these in their store. It is a brick and mortar metaphysical shop. And they're super awesome. Check out their social medias, all of them. I do have an unboxing of their Mystic box, which is a little on the pricier side, but it is always divination themed. They have several different themed boxes. I will, right here, I will put the little iCard thingy up here for the unboxing of the Mystic box, and that will have all of their links to all of their stuff in that description, so I don't have to like put it in there twice or what have you, but I think you should check that out anyways. This box is $20 a month plus shipping, which for me ended up being like 11 bucks. They're weighty, okay? They're hefty, so it's worth it to me. All right, so this has not been opened yet. All right, don't cut yourself. This is how it ships. So there's no outer packaging. This will be, you know, if you're living with somebody who does not agree with your practices, yeah, so, you know, maybe have it shipped to a P.O. box or something. All right. And I did comment on that on the other video. So I don't know if, you know, they may get into a position where they're going to start putting it in one of those little what are they called? Poly mailers. All right. So this, like I said, is a full moon kit that doesn't usually come with a ritual instruction, just supplies that go along with what you could work with for the full moon. And we have herbs. We have catnip, feminine, Venus, water, cat magic, beauty, happiness, and friendship. Pretty good size bag. I love getting their herbs because, and oh, there's a recipe on the back for a peace bath soak. Add each herb to a brew bag and soak in bath water. 2 parts catnip, 1 part jasmine, 2 parts hops, and 1 part elderflower. So it comes with a little bath concoction, if you will. So we have that, good size. And then we have a littler bag, ginger root. Okay, ginger root is masculine, Mars, fire, love, or banishing. Eating ginger root while performing spell work will lend the spell power. Since you're being heated up by the ginger. Okay, so that is also a key for other things that ginger can be good for. Spicy spells or spicy workings, or if you want something to be fast, also heat, things associated to heat help with making things happen quickly. I don't know what that was. But yes, so a little bit smaller, but they are good sized chunks, okay? So it's just dried chunks of ginger. All right. Oh my goodness. And then we have allspice, very fall feeling. Yes, I was like, wait, where are the papers? Okay, they're under there. Allspice, which is Mars, male, Saturn, money, luck, healing, and compassion. Allspice. What did I say? Did I say allspice? Allspice. The dried berries, oil, or allspice incense can be burned to aid in spells for attracting money or luck. The berries can also be added to sachets for attracting the same. This, I think, would be good in a simmer pot. Now that it's getting a little bit cooler, that's when I like to do the simmer pot. So I'm not going to do a simmer pot in summer. I'll do a sun tea instead of a simmer pot and put it outside, then bring it in. Whole different video. I think I made a TikTok on that, but there you go. Allspice. Full-size little nuggets. And then we have our full moon oil. So for anointing candles or anointing yourself if you want, if you don't have sensitive skin, test it first just in case. Because it does not list the ingredients, you may be able to connect with them, maybe on their website. I'm not sure, to find out what's in it, but it may be proprietary, so don't get mad if they won't tell you. But it's just a little vial of like anointing oil, full moon oil. Then we have a couple of crystals in a baggie. I'm gonna open this so I can see better and decipher. This is amethyst, 100% sure. That is amethyst. That is pretty dark amethyst. My finger is causing a shadow, so it looks a lot darker, but yes, amethyst. And okay, it's not jet. I don't think it's tourmaline. I think this is obsidian. It may say on the paper, because of how smooth it is. It may be obsidian. Let me see. Oh, somebody's in trouble. I hold it up to a light and it looks kind of like brown or red. I can't really tell because the light's not that bright. Let me try a lighter. Oh, come on. I have like 5 million lighters right here because of all the candles and incense. Okay, no lighter. I believe this is obsidian because tourmaline would have like some divots and stuff because it's kind of crumbly when you tumble it. But this is super smooth, so I believe this is obsidian. Then we have our candles. So we have, that's kind of like a rose gold. I'm going to take it out so you can see it better. It's kind of a rose gold, but it's not, I don't have a gold one in here. It's not like gold, it's kind of a pinkish, so it's kind of a rose gold. Then we have black, which I love my black candles, blue and purple. So maybe we're dealing with intuition a little bit here. Let's see. And then of course, so far all of the full moon boxes I've gotten from them have had this full moon bath soak or bath salt. And I believe they're all the same because you can see that those are jasmine flowers, and then of course we have the salt. I believe there was rosemary. I'm gonna smell it again. Come on, because I have used this. Oh, they actually sealed it. Nobody ever seals these. They actually sealed it. Yay! All right, jasmine, definitely. Gardenia. Nothing like eucalyptusy or minty or anything like that. Very earthy, but also a little bit flowery. Yeah, so I don't think there's rosemary in here, but I don't know what that green is exactly. So it could be lemongrass. Anyways, so there's that. And then they always provide a little sachet bag, a little muslin bag here. And then underneath all of these doohickeys, I just slobber all over myself, is the papers I was talking about in the beginning. So this Hunter's Moon, October, like I said, good paper. And then let's see, other names: Blood Moon, Falling Leaf Moon, Shedding Moon. Makes sense. A lot of shedding going on, I believe, collectively. Colors: purple, black, dark blue, and gold. So that is gold. It kind of looks like a rose gold. Hold on, I'm going to pause this and I'm going to compare with, because I have a gold candle hanging. Okay, so here's the gold candle that I have already had. And this is the other one. It's got more of a pink tint to it. You can definitely see the difference when I compare the two, but it's totally a gold candle, okay? But yeah, that's just so you can see what I mean by it's kind of rose gold. All right, animals: scorpion, ram, stag, raven, and owl. Gods associated: Apollo, Cernunnos, I always mess that one up, Hern, again, names, Mercury, Morrigan, Astarte. I'm probably saying that wrong too. Gemstones: tourmaline, obsidian, and amethyst. That doesn't clear up whether it's tourmaline or amethyst, or tourmaline or obsidian. I'm 99.9999% sure that that's obsidian. Okay, herbs: mint, catnip, apple blossom, pennyroyal, allspice, and ginger. Trees: apple, cypress, and maple. So if you're working with specific herbs that you want to associate, it's just to give us an association for whatever we're working on. The October full moon is about honoring the plants and the animals that gave their lives to sustain ours and our ancestors who brought us into being and helped shape our world. Magical activities: scrying and dream. I must have known that scrying was going to be a big thing for this full moon. I didn't even know. I didn't look it up or anything. I was just like, scrying. Okay, scrying and dream work, ancestral magic. Of course, we kind of associated that with like Samhain, Dia de los Muertos coming up, which is technically November 1st, I believe. I am not of that culture. I do not appropriate that activity or that ritual, I guess. Inner cleansing, transformation, and ambition. And then there's another one with activities: wear red clothes, light red candles, and burn cinnamon, ginger, and nutmeg incense. Cook old family recipes or retell old family stories in honor of your ancestors, which is something that I went over in one of the Monday videos. I'm not 100% sure which one, but I was saying if you're connecting with your ancestors, bring in all areas of that culture and kind of use all of the senses, cultural foods, cultural dress, that kind of stuff. So this goes in line with what I said about that. So work on your divination and pay attention to the messages you get in your dreams. Dream work, I talked about that also. Actually, I did that one, I think, in September. Spells that promote courage, self-assurance, and fierceness. And decorate your altar with images of animals, autumn leaves, apples, and pumpkins, obviously. If you knit, sew, or crochet, stock up on yarns and fabrics so you can begin working on new projects when it's too chilly and dark to do anything outside. Have dinner with your family and spend as much time as you can with them. And then on the bottom, there is a blessing spell. To bless past, present, and future, tie with red ribbon a black, white, and red? I think they meant red. It says red. Candle. Light them and say, as the past drifts away, going into a fade, I hold with me the fond memories that I have made. I enjoy the present for where I've stayed. It is nothing I would ever trade. I embrace the future for which I have prayed and welcome abundance for yet another decade. Let the candles burn down and remove the ribbon when the flame draws near. So don't let it burn through the ribbon because that could be a fire hazard. I'm going to hold this up if you want to pause the video and screenshot so you have this spell. I'm sure they would prefer you bought the kit, but like I said, they're in Texas. I want to say it's like DFW area. I'm not 100% sure, and I'm not familiar with the geographics of Texas. I've been twice and had family there, but I'm not really familiar. So look them up and see if they're near you. You can pick this up in their store. And it's only $20, so that's great. So if you want to pause so that you can save that, so you can screenshot it or what have you. So those are the two unboxings I'm doing this month. I have no more unboxings to do, But I do have more Metaphysical Monday and more tarot readings on the way. So if this is something that you enjoyed, please let me know. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share it with your witchy groups. Like, I'm in a lot of witchy groups, so if I see like any of my videos ever shared in a witchy group, it hasn't happened yet, but I would probably shit myself. Like, I don't even know if one of y'all shared my video in a witchy group, I don't know what I would do. Like, I would love you to pieces, and I would definitely tell you, hey, that's my video. I did it like I was typing on the computer. Who does Facebook on their computer anymore? I mean, I'm sure a few people. Anyways, so thank you again for watching. If this is something that you're interested in, check out the rest of the videos, check out the channel. I will see you in the next one, and as always, have a blessed day.